Good afternoon, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we had more FBI agents and paid informants than we did actual conspirators in the plot to kidnap our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer. So I said yesterday that may have to change, and this is why. Our part of our triad of the squad, I guess the Michigan squad consists of Dictator Whitmer, Reich Marshal Nessel, and Reich Marshal Benson. And Nessel is the Attorney General. She reminds me of Sleestack. Benson, she reminds me of a hot mess. I mean, she's a pretty good looking chick. But anyways, she is the Secretary of State. And she was behind the, in Michigan anyways, of the mail-in ballots and drop boxes and all that kind of stuff, and has been really reluctant to look into anything related to the 2020 vote. Well, Ms. Benson came out a couple days ago with one of these oh by the ways. See, she heard it from a friend who heard it from another who heard it from a source that Donald Trump wanted her kidnapped and assassinated. We got some crazy bitches in Lansing. We do. And just a source, an unnamed source. But, they'll run with that. Boy, the 1-6 Commission, boy, they'll be digging deep into that. Forget about, the mainstream media will be really making headway with that. Forget about, the formula and everything else, the baby formula and everything else going on. Let's dig into this oh by the way thing. Why bring it up now? I just I just think it's a little bit goofy. Also, when Biden was first elected, I had said that through all of my, I guess, adult years or voting for presidents, not one has really directly affected me. Now, I can't say that anymore. I mean, that reached down into really the individual level. I mean, there's always people that have to pay a little bit more in taxes. Gas prices go up and they go down. But we haven't had this type of inflation since Carter was in office, and Carter was an abject failure. The only thing missing between right now and the Carter years is gas lines. That's really the only difference. I kind of think it's very strange because I've been recently thinking like Biden is kind of like buying a car from a friend, or a friend selling you a car. I would never sell anything that was worth or a purchase price of a fairly large number, I would never sell that to a friend because I would be afraid that something might go wrong and then I would be blamed for it, or I knew about it and didn't say anything. Somehow I screwed my friend. And so I would never do that. And I feel like Biden is like that. It's like there were people that got behind the dementia in chief and that wanted him in office, and they went around and told all their friends to buy into this. And now the friends, maybe they're starting to realize that they got screwed. Because I can't for the life of me see people really getting behind this wholeheartedly and still standing behind this wholeheartedly. I just can't. I can't see people that voted Democrat would vote for this guy again. Now that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is I don't get the feeling that a lot of people, maybe it's just because of the media, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of desire to hold people accountable for all of this stuff. Like, oh, by the way, there's a little bit of inflation, yeah. And oh, by the way, you had to wear masks for a while. Oh, by the way, businesses had to be shut down. It wasn't our fault. And that's the other thing about Biden that I've always said. The one thing Trump never did, Trump never blamed anybody else for the problems. And Biden can't stop. But I don't really get the feeling that there's a lot of people out there that can't wait to get to the ballot box to vote these people out. Well, maybe that's because it's just too early. Or once again, it's the old, it's better to stay silent than speak up and be shamed or doxxed. I don't know. But I still don't feel that tide turning from the voter standpoint. I don't know. You don't hear people complaining a lot about gas prices, and I'm sure if I, in June, start driving through some of the tourist towns, I'm sure there'll be just as many tourists as there has been in the past, and maybe even more, because now they can get out. I mean, there you go. There's a camper right over there coming up. It's going to be just business as usual. So, I guess we'll have to see. But that's long enough. It's a Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.